Kelly girl with us.
Hi, hello,
in
hello.
studio. We're excited,
Woo.
fired up. Everything's ready to go.
Are you really fired up?
Fired up.
You were just yelling at me a few seconds
Oh
ago.
yeah, yelling. I'm a yeller, big
No,
time.
he
I
wasn't.
just yell
I'm
and
joking.
scream
I'm totally joking.
and scream
He
and
doesn't
yell
yell.
and
He
yell
doesn't
and
yell.
scream, and that's what we do.
No.
And we got a good show for you today, gang. I want you to stay tuned all the way till the end because we're going to bring in a whole bunch of people that had a phenomenal day fishing yesterday, and we got lots of cool pictures. Those of you that are watching on Facebook and YouTube, you're going to get to see lots of cool pictures. Marley's fired up. There he is right above Kelly's head. He loves it when Kelly girl's in studio with us. He thinks that, look at him, perk right up. He heard Marley boy. Marley's our monkey. Those of you that have never seen our show before, we do this live Monday through Friday at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We need to talk about something real quick before we get going, gang. War Heroes on Water starts on the 22nd. War Heroes on Water starts on the 22nd of September, and we need a couple more boats. We also need to let the guys know that we appreciate everything they've done for us to let us live free and do all the great things we get to do. So that QR code for the War Heroes on Water will be in Newport Harbor on the 23rd or the 24th. I'm thinking the 23rd. But gang, you want to be involved. This is a spectacular thing. We go through Newport Beach. You can, if you don't have a boat, you can still come down and be part of the parade. It's a spectacular event. And if you do have a boat and you can carry 3 war heroes for, or 2 war heroes for 3 days, or 3 war heroes for 3 days, we need a few more boats. We don't want to leave anybody on the dock. So you can give me a call at 949-374-0786. We'll get your boat in this. It's going to be a spectacular event. And
yeah, for those of you that have a monkey at home, you probably won't be able to go, such as myself. So.
Oh, yeah.
It's always a fun thing, though. I've been to, 2 of those events, and they're really fun, really neat. Good
It's
cause.
great. Yeah, the guys and gals that fought for us are going to be there. We're going to keep moving back. We're going to be in the other room in a minute. But it's a great camaraderie builder for the war heroes. They get a lot out of this. I get way more out of it than they ever will. They don't understand that. But check out War Heroes on Water. Grab that QR code. Those of you that are driving in your cars, check out War Heroes on Water. It's a phenomenal event. And all the money goes to Freedom Alliance, who takes care of so much in the lives of the war heroes and gives back so much. So understand your money will not be going to waste. It's going to be going to a phenomenal program. War Heroes on Water, super important event. So make sure you get involved. Gang, we got a phenomenal show for you today. Kelly Girl's going to answer all the questions that you send us. Send your questions in to 949-374-0786. We'll just keep moving back till we end up in the other room here. And 949-374-0786 is the way to get a hold of us. And if you have a question, please feel free to send it in. And then Kelly Girl loves to give stuff away, and she's going to give away a t-shirt and a hat today, she said. She's feeling very generous. So you're going to get a Your Saltwater Guide t-shirt and a hat if you're the lucky person she picks to win the prize. And all you got to do to win the prize is what? Send in a message.
Send in a question.
Let Kelly know what you want to know. As normal, our first person to kick off the show is John and Tina Stanley.
Are you reading the questions? Or
I guess I am right now.
Okay.
For Kelly, what's the number one business or store you wish that would come to Cabo?
Oh gosh, I'd say probably Target. I'd have to say Target because Target or maybe Ulta or Sephora. They're cosmetic stores. So those are my favorite stores. But probably Target because I can get things for our pets. I can get things for Dave. I can get things for myself. And it's just, they have everything. So yeah, Target for sure. Hands down.
And those of you that are new to the show and you don't know what we're talking, we live in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. We live in a third world country. We live in one of the vacation capitals of the world. Everybody wants to come here. We live here. And it is pouring down rain outside right now.
But hot as heck, too. And humid as heck. I'm dying. What's cool is, we just had a brand new Walmart open up here in Cabo. Brand new Walmart. Dave and I visited the store, 2 days ago.
Yep.
And it's exactly like the old one. I mean, it's no change. I was hoping, it'd be bigger, better, but I didn't think it was that.
The floor layout is exactly
the same product, same everything. So I was a little bummed about that. Anyway,
but a Target would be
would be my choice.
If you got a way to get a Target down here, Kelly Girl will be your first shopper at your Target.
I'll be your shopper every day.
She's coming in
at least a couple times a week for sure.
Kelly Girl, Mike Lewis wants to know: does Dave ever sleep? He responds to every comment. It seems like in a 24-hour day.
Mike, let me tell you, and hello, by the way. Yes, Dave sleeps. Dave does sleep. He actually goes to bed early. He falls asleep very early. And I'm a night owl. I'm a night owl and a early riser. So I don't require a lot of sleep. Dave, on the other hand, does. And he goes to bed pretty early.
Yeah, but why?
Why? I don't know why.
Well,
why
for
do you?
The first 48 years of our existence on the planet, what did we do?
His body is very tired. He worked very hard for the first 48 years of his life, or not the first 48 years of life, but a lot of his life.
Were we busy?
Very busy. Dave, I never saw Dave. Now we see each other all the time, and we're like, who? You need to go on vacations.
You need to go do something.
He does sleep. He sleeps hard. Well, not really. I don't know.
But here's the deal, Mike Lewis. We get about 10,000 comments a week. Gang, if you're not paying attention to us, if you don't know who we are, Your Saltwater Guide, we get about 10,000 comments a week. We get about 30 million views a month across all social media. I'm not talking Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. We're not talking about one of those platforms. We're on every single platform. We're on X. We're on Threads. We're on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Plus, we put our podcast out across all podcast carriers. We get an average of 10,000 comments a week. Kelly Girl, myself, we have a young lady that works for us, Bailey. We basically answer comments all day long. That's what we do. We answer the comments. We love the haters. They drive the algorithm like crazy. I don't know that I love them, but Kelly can't handle the haters. No, I love the haters.
I know.
They make me laugh. And if you ever want to see something super funny, go down the rabbit hole. Go to how to tie up your boat, or how to dock your boat, or how to fillet a fish, or if you went down one of those 3 rabbit holes, those videos all have millions and millions of views, and you wouldn't even believe it. I think 25,000 comments. And
crazy, just insane.
99.9% of them tell you that I don't know how to fillet a fish.
We have a sneaker in it. We have 2.
Kitties are coming in. I gotta get the kitties out. Guys,
I left the door open. We don't allow the cats in here most of the time because
cats want to come in.
We're not sure what's going to happen with Marley.
They just want to taste them. They've never tasted monkey before, and they think, God, I wonder what that monkey would taste like.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen. So.
Remember, gang, if you want to talk to me or Kelly Girl right now, text us 949-374-0786, and Kelly Girl will answer your questions to the best of her abilities. Dave Burris, Kelly.
Hi, Dave.
What is the routine and maintenance for taking care of Marley? What do you feed him? When do you bathe him? What do you do with him all day?
Well, let's see. He gets up every morning about between 7 and 7:30, and we'll go downstairs and make his breakfast, which consists of chopped up bananas, or
wheat
just
bread.
A little bit wheat bread. Just we tear little pieces, mango sauce that he loves, and some nuts, some kind of nut. What else do we put in there?
A little protein powder and a little vitamin D powder.
Just to give him
Mixes it into his mango sauce because he loves the mango sauce. But he needs to have his vitamins. It's part of the deal.
Yes. And of course, water. So we make his prepare his breakfast, bring it upstairs. And when we walk in the room and he's usually awake in his cage, we, open the cage doors and out he goes, and we, just start the day. And maintenance wise, it's a lot of picking up monkey poop and clean up monkey pee. And yeah, I do a lot of laundry because his stuff that's in his cage, like these, pads, they get soiled. So, and we don't want the room to smell. So I do a ton of laundry, right?
Also he's a monkey, so he has to mark everything because he
Yes.
wants everyone to make sure that they know this is his house.
He pees everywhere.
So as soon as Kelly washes all the bedding, and there's a bunch of bedding, and he's got a 4-story house, and there's a bunch of bedding and stuff in here, and he marks it the moment she puts it in, all clean.
Yeah.
He runs over and marks it right away. It's just part of his deal. So
yeah,
we got lucky when we met Brandon because this product right here, Something Fishy, this is an incredible product. And we told him at the show when we met him at the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show, if you could get rid of the marking smell, we would promote the hell out of your product.
And it did do that.
It does.
It does. It helps tremendously. I spray this in Marley's room right when he goes to bed at night, like, after I clean up the room or Dave cleans up the room, I just spritz it around, and it's a nice, I love this stuff. I say it every time I'm on the show. I love this stuff. It's great.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, gang, the product is Something Fishy. And if you go over there and you purchase this stuff, it's going to change whatever your fish smell that you have on your hands, the squid smell, the monkey smell, the cat smell, whatever smell, the Dave Hansen smell, whatever the smell is, this stuff is insane. And we're only saying it because it is.
Yeah.
And then when you're checking out, just put in the code YSWG, and that'll help you out tremendously on the price of that. And then what else goes on when we're taking care of him?
Well,
then in the middle of the day?
In the middle of the day, we, Dave sits in here a lot and talks to him, just interacts with him. We try to interact with him as much as possible because, they're very social creatures, and we don't want him to be lonely. So we just come in here and hang out. Dave does work here this is kind of his office / Marley's room. And then, he goes to bed about, I don't know what time, 5:30. It changes a little bit. He goes to bed in the early evening. He just puts himself to bed. He crawls into the very bottom level of his cage and gets in, underneath the blankets and goes to sleep. And then we clean up his room, and I have to have his room back in a very orderly way and clean. And then we turn on some music for him. I like to play some some soft
baby lullabies.
It's jazz. It's by, I don't know, if you check out Songs of Birdland on YouTube, I love their music for babies. They're jazz lullabies. We do that, and then I come in and check on him a couple times. And he's like a baby. He's like a baby.
She comes in and checks on him. But listen, Marley's kind of unique. He goes to, like Kelly Girl said, he goes to sleep on his own. This structure that we got for him when he was little, this is his safe place. He'd rather be in his cage than wandering around. He has to be in his cage when he goes to sleep at night. That's his deal. That's his deal, not us. We never even brought this on to him. He
did it himself. But that when we first got him, Dave and I were sitting in the room talking to each other. Remember that? And all of a sudden we're like, what happened to Marley?
He disappeared.
We couldn't find him. He went under the blankets and went to sleep, and we were just amazed. And he kept doing that every single night around the same time. So, and he sleeps all through the night, like all night long. He just
never wakes up. He sleeps that we know all night long.
He may be petrified under the blankets. I don't know. He's like,
No, he doesn't. It's funny when he goes under the blankets, he lays as flat as he possibly can, because I think what happens out in the wild is they get hunted pretty. So when he gets under the blanket, he doesn't move the whole night. He just lays flat as a pancake under there so that no predators can see him. He's a pretty unique little dude. Yeah. But he is all encompassing of our time, all encompassing, because what Marmoset, Dave didn't do any research. Dave we're getting this monkey. We're going to save him. The family that had him down here wasn't taking care of him. I didn't do any research. The number one cause of Marmoset monkey's death is loneliness. Yeah. So one of us are in here almost all day, every day with him. when we don't like him to go to sleep without one of us in here.
Yeah.
We'll wait to go to dinner or wait to go do anything till Marley goes to sleep. It's kind of crazy. But
it's just like having a child. You wouldn't leave your child, you'd want to say goodnight and make sure they're all tucked in and all that. So it's the same a lot, right? So
yeah.
That's it.
So Jeanette, Miss Hot Rod wants to say, hey,
Hi.
Kelly girl and Captain Dave, what is the secret to keeping the spark alive? You both are a beautiful couple that still look totally infatuated with one another.
What? Oh, that is so funny. Well, are you infatuated with me, Dave?
We have her baffled, huh?
Wow. No, I love Dave. Dave is a handful, but he's my man. Takes good care of me and takes good care of our animals. I don't think we have a spark there, but
stop it.
I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing.
Gang, what we found out is that during that closure of the world a couple of years ago, we found out that we could actually hang out with each other 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just like all of you did. And I know that whole thing caused a lot of damage to a lot of people, but it also showed us something. Oh, thank you, Jeanette. Thank you for that.
Oh
my God, that's insane. Thank you so much. Gang, you can put tips out there. You can sprinkle stars across everything. Let us know that you appreciate it. Jeanette, thank you very, very much. And I guess you guys are getting ready to go fishing with Pablo here. And we're going to bring Pablo onto the show here in about a half an hour, 45 minutes. And he's going to talk about what he did yesterday with one of our good friends, John, and his wife, Tina Stanley. And that's a great story. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But yeah, we are inseparable. We can't go 10 minutes without talking to each other or calling each other. Right. I mean, that's bottom line. We're together all the time. We're together all the time, except when I go to do a show or go do a podcast or go up to, like I'm going to go do War Heroes on Water. Or last week I was up seeing my kids. Kelly girl, we have friends that want to come and take care of Marley, and I love you, Shayla, and we love you, Eric, and happy birthday, Eric. And
happy birthday, Eric.
But the thing is there's a thing about Marley. He needs somebody around him all the time. I mean, it sucks. I should have done more research. It really paralyzed us from traveling. Mm-hmm. But when we bring people down here to take care of Marley, we love all of you, but we expect people to stay here with Marley. And we understand you get to Cabo, it's like a vacation. You want to go party, go do stuff. You want to go have fun. And we understand that, but we just...
Yeah, it's like I said, having him is like having like he's our child. We want someone to interact with him, to engage him and, stimulate him in whatever way, play with him, play games with him. I do that all the time with him. I talk to him like I'm talking to you now. I do. I don't do, he's Marley and I don't care if he doesn't understand, but maybe it's just because I'm kind of, sometimes I don't know. I talk to him. So. Anyway.
He's all encompassing of our time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Big time.
Big time. Okay. Dave, I know you're a live bait guy. What is your favorite trout lure besides a fly? Tim, I like the Super Duper or the little tiny Castmaster. A Super Duper, red and chrome, or a little Castmaster. Those two things seem to work really good for me. I like that. Or to get the little tiny, like, what's the bait? Hookup bait. The small hookup baits, the little get some trout lures, 2 pound or 4 pound line seems to get bit real good. It all depends on where we're fishing. Kelly girl, she got to catch a bunch of trout on those hookup baits when we went up there a couple of years ago. I mean, it's been a long time since we went to the Sierras. We love the Sierras. And those of you that are listening on the podcast, I wanted to also let you know, Marley is the smallest monkey in the world. If you haven't seen our podcast, if you haven't watched it on YouTube or Facebook, someday check it out because Marley's always behind us, jumping around. He's a little monkey, but he's only 8 inches tall, full grown. When people come over to our house and visit Marley, they're blown away at how little he is. When I'm saying 8 inches, he's as big as my phone. There he is.
Hey,
He's
Marley.
as big as my.
He has a very long tail.
He's as big as my phone.
What is it? He's he's a marmoset monkey, and they are
the smallest monkeys in the world. They call him a finger monkey.
Yes, and they're native to Brazil, somewhere in Brazil. I don't know.
And Ivan, I will be on the yacht joint venture this year.
Ooh.
The big boat that I was on, Aquila, last year, they're having some problems. So they're not going to be in the tournament this year. So Colby Durant was nice enough to invite me to come drive his boat for the War Heroes. So I'll be on the joint venture for this tournament this year. It'll be my 7th year. I'm pretty excited.
You were there from the beginning, right?
Yeah,
the very first
one of the original captains.
And everybody always wants to be on your boat. So whatever boat you're on, that's the boat that people want to.
The War Heroes want to be there. We catch zillions of fish. I just go fishing. I'm not so much trophy guy. I'm not going to drive you around the middle of the ocean, try to catch a big tuna or something. We're going to go catch 1 million fish, let you go swim in, have fun, do stuff that you never done before. We always say when we get back, don't tell everybody how many fish you catch because they're not going to
believe you.
But we catch hundreds of fish. That's what it's all about, I think, is making sure that they catch something. Mike Lewis, is there anything we could do on a sport boat to catch the captain or deckhand's attention so that we might get a little more service or better treatment? Yeah, if you watch that video I put out yesterday about how to act on a sport boat, don't be that guy, be the guy. The big thing about sport boats is, especially this time of year, remember, it's a grind. So those guys have been working their butts off, 0 sleep or very, very little sleep. So when you get there, just understand that, hello, how you doing? Can I get you anything? Cap, my name's Mike. I'm super excited to be on the boat today. I can't wait. I want to listen to everything you tell me to do. I want to make sure I catch. I'm leaving my ego in the car, and I just want to make sure that I catch. And you want to make sure that you listen to what he has to say. But if you come in with that attitude that, hey, I'm just there to soak up the knowledge that you guys have, and I want to do everything the way you suggest, you win. You've already won. They're all like, that's all they want to hear. They don't want you to come on the boat and tell them how many fish you caught and what a great fisherman you are. And they don't want to see pictures of the fish you caught. They want you to listen to them. There's no one on the boat that wants to catch fish more than the captain. I don't care. This is your lifetime bucket list trip. The captain wants to catch fish more than anybody, right, Kel?
Right.
So that would be my number one suggestion. Captain Dave and Kelly girl, I was wondering who cooks the most.
Oh.
It's Isaac's.
Oh my! Who cooks the most, Dave? Let's see. Let's think about that. Would be
Here's the deal.
Me.
To be perfectly honest, Isaac,
I do everything.
I can cook, but I make a massive mess. And Kelly girl would rather not have me cook. I mean,
He's like Pigpen.
Well, I just like to cook and like to throw stuff all over the kitchen and make stuff and cook it.
And I'm the opposite. I like to cook and I clean.
Kelly girl's washing the dish.
She's
washing the dish while the food's cooking in it.
I do. So he's the opposite.
It's a different animal.
If Dave would cook every day, if I wanted him to, but I don't want him to because then it'd be a lot of cleaning on my end. So yeah, but he's a good cook. He's a very good cook, especially when you cook fish. Or you're a good cook.
I can cook.
You can barbecue. I don't barbecue. I'm afraid to barbecue.
Ron Crow brought up a perfect situation too, gang. Understand, on the sport boats, most of those guys are eating a hamburger every day. They're eating the same breakfast every morning, and they're eating the same thing. If you can bring something different, like Ron said, he brings carne asada. If you can bring something different to feed the captain or feed the captain and the crew, it will absolutely get their attention like you can't even believe. But don't come on the boat and just shove money in people's pockets before you even get out there. That's not going to do anything. You want to make sure that you're super personable. At the end of the trip, tip accordingly. We had that whole series about tipping and how important it is. But tip accordingly. Just don't throw money at them thinking that they're going to respond to that.
And what do they tip? So when you say tip, what's appropriate, Dave? I know. I mean, what do you base it off of?
Well, like I always say, you can't tip like you're at a restaurant.
No.
It's not That's not, because you're not at a restaurant. If you have the greatest service in the world, hon, I'm gonna eat that breakfast burrito when we're done. That's for sure. But if you have the greatest service in the world at a restaurant, the waiter or waitress may have been at your table for 5 whole minutes the whole time. You're out on a sport boat; those people are with you all day. If you're on a 10-hour trip, they're with you 10 hours. If you're on a 3-day trip or a 10-day, they're with you the whole time.
So what's appropriate? What's good? What's a good?
Well, if you think about this, most boats are going to operate with 4 to 5 crew members. So if you tip them $10, they're going to split that up 5 ways. Every boat splits up the tips evenly. That's just the way the game's played. So just understand, if you had impeccable service, maybe give each crew member $20. That'd be awesome. We'd all be stoked with a $20 tip. That would be phenomenal. But you can't tip percentage. Let's just say your trip cost $120. If that's what you're going to tip is 20% of $120, well, that's not fair. That's not right, because it's not a restaurant. It's not a bar. Everyone wants to bring it back to what you tip at a restaurant or a bar. That's not an appropriate tip, gang, because you're not at a restaurant or a bar.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they split tips at a restaurant or a bar, nor do I care, because I don't work there. We could ask Sean and Jewel. I know Sean hates splitting his tips with anybody as he's killing himself behind the bar. But that's just part of the deal. Yeah. Tim Ogilvy wants to know, am I making a mistake using the trim tabs to keep the bow from bouncing, or should I be using the trim on the motor? Which is proper? Tim, a lot of that's going to depend on the weather. So you might have to change the course that you're driving in the ocean. If you're going straight into it, you're not going to stop that slapping of the bow by using the trim tabs. That's not going to change that. It's not going to bring the bow down because it's being handled by the ocean. So that's according to what I believe is going to happen on a smaller boat. It's going to be hard to trim down the slapping. The trim tabs are basically going to be used for when the ocean's a little bit calmer and you can bring the bow down to start to plane instead of it just sticking straight up as you're plowing along. You bring the bow down to plane, but it's not going to change the roughness of the ocean. Trim tabs are never going to change the roughness of the ocean. Yeah. So if you guys have a question, you can't send them in on the Facebook or YouTube. You have to send them to my phone, 949-374-0786. Send them in to Kelly Girl. She'll be more than happy to answer any questions you might have. Matt wants to know, what restaurant would you suggest him taking his wife to in Dana Point Harbor for their anniversary?
In Dana Point. Oh, I would, let's see.
Remember, most of them are gone.
Yeah. So the Wind and Sea is gone.
Wind and Sea is there. Wind and Sea is there.
I like the Wind and Sea.
Wind and Sea is phenomenal.
You have a great view of the harbor there.
The Wind and Sea is beautiful. Get Food's a window seat. Tell them I want a window seat set on the channel. Try to make your reservation around 6 o'clock so you can see the sunset out the window. It's a beautiful restaurant. It's one of the only ones left in the harbor because they came through there and revamped the harbor and they were going to rebuild everything. And then all of a sudden something crazy happened and now everything's sitting there empty. But the Wind and Sea is still there. The John's Fish Market's still there, but the Brig is still there, but there's not a lot of stuff there. The Chart House is still there up on the hill, Dave, but you don't really get a good view of the marina. I mean, it's a beautiful view from the Chart House, but man.
The Wind and Sea, you're right there.
You're in the water. Right there. It's in the harbor. Cool. The Chart House is cool. I like the Chart House, but it's up on the hill, so you're not in the harbor. In the harbor, Wind and Sea, go to. You get to watch the sunset while you're sitting at the table there. You can watch the boats come in and out of the harbor. And it's like big, open restaurant. Yeah. And the bar is humongous.
It gets romantic at night. You know, it's dark, dim, and the food's great. I've always had.
I have the calamari steak every time I go. I love the calamari steak.
We always go there when we're in town, and we seem to go there if we have a if we have a big crowd of people with us or whatever, we'll go there. It's good.
Like my dad's funeral, we all went there to have.
Yeah, we did.
And Bob Marty, and he's got the second oldest business in the harbor, the Wind and Sea. My dad is the longest tender in the harbor, and then Bob's second with the Wind and Sea. Dana Wharf was first, though. So we got some questions here. Hey, Captain Dave, this is Nelson from Los Angeles. Question is, I'm thinking of going to Cabo this December. Any recommendations on what ponga captain I can use to go fishing? Yeah, we use a guy named Jose. Kelly and I love Jose. He's a really good guy. He speaks great English. He's super smart. We'll send you his phone number after the show. He runs Mahi Charters.
Mahi, it's not
Mahi Charters.
Mahi sport fishing charters.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He takes good care of us. We just like to fish for rooster fish, so he gets us into the roosters, and it's fun, and we have a good time. Okay, hello, Miss Kelly. What other hobbies do you have other than fishing and taking care of Marley?
That I don't have a whole lot. I really don't. I'm so busy here at home doing, like taking care of Marley, but so I don't have a whole lot of hobbies. I really don't. Aside from fishing and doing my thing here at home. Right? What else? I don't have any hobbies. Shopping.
No. She loves to shop.
But not here. I don't shop here.
But there's nothing to shop for here. No. So yeah, there's not a lot of that going on. Yeah, again, you can't call us. You gotta send us a text message, 949-374-0786. All right. So Rob wants to know, coming down from Simi Valley, what's the better harbor, Oceanside or Dana Point?
Dana Point.
Always.
Dana Point.
Dana Point. Hands down. Oceanside Harbor is cool. The people that are there, and there's a lot of Oceanside Harbor guys watching us. I do a thing at the Oceanside Angling Club. I always do this seminar there, and I talk about it. Oceanside Harbor Bait Dock is a weird animal. It's open from 5 o'clock in the morning to 5:07 in the morning. So if you're not there in that 7-minute time period, you're not going to get any bait. And that's just a joke. But they're usually open from 5 in the morning till about 9 in the morning. And that's it. And if there's any type of south swell at all, the whole entrance to Oceanside Harbor breaks all the way across. I'm not a fan of that. I don't like that. So those two things are giant. Dana Point Harbor,
it's awesome.
The waves don't break in front of the harbor. You have to go by the bait barge just to get out of the harbor. The bait barge is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The Dana Point Harbor is on the end off-ramp from the 5 freeway, dumps out right into Dana Point Harbor. If you're towing your boat, it's super simple and easy. I know the launch ramp in Oceanside Harbor is pretty close to that, except that it just doesn't have any room. And you're driving straight across this. It's a weird launch ramp. It's not a lot of fun. Dana Point, if anybody anywhere on a trailerable boat is coming to Southern California, San Diego sucks. LA sucks.
Well, it takes you so long, like
just to get there.
And then to
get out of the harbor.
To get out of the harbor. That's what I love about Dana Point is takes you 5 minutes. You can be out, you turn, make a
in
turn,
the ocean.
And you're out in the ocean and you're ready.
And when you go fishing, what do you want to do? You want to go out fishing.
Yeah,
you don't want to be
fishing.
driving through the harbor.
I don't know.
And it's all fun in the morning when you're all excited and you don't really notice. When you come in the afternoon and drive through that harbor for 40 minutes or 30 minutes, and then you get to the launch ramp and you get your boat on the trailer, and then you got another 20-minute drive and booger eater traffic to get back to the freeway. And if you're at Dana Point, you'd already be halfway home by the time the guy's just getting to the launch ramp in Long Beach or San Diego. Sucks. Hey, Captain Dave, we just did that. Sorry. I apologize. Jeff Lopez from Riverside here. Kelly girl, if and when you're able to get away from the house and Dave is gone also, who watches Marley and how often does that happen?
It doesn't happen very often. So we don't, we're rarely gone at the same time. So, and if Dave's usually out doing stuff, I'm here. So that, I don't know. we don't leave.
And the same thing, like I said, it's kind of just put our life on pause when my dumbass got a monkey. Yeah, it kind of just put everything on pause. Captain Dave, Phil Freeman's been on the show. Phil was on the show, I think, episode 5 or something of the live shows on Fridays. We had Phil Freeman on the show live. Phil Freeman's a good personal friend of ours. We love Phil. He's been on the show. So Philip talks about me and I talk about him all the time. We worked together back in the infantile days of 976 Tuna when he first started that. But Phil's been on the show. We'll bring him back on again another time. I promise. I got so many people that want to be on the podcast now. It's overwhelming. Yeah. People from all over the United States are just dying to come on the podcast now that we have such a huge following and such a big download. It's crazy. Don't ever apologize for all the questions, Tim. We love you, man, and we need the questions. That helps to bring the show along because there's not a lot of people texting questions. There's never a problem. What do squid nests look like on the photometer? That's a great question. We have a full series on the website, yoursaltwaterguide.com, that shows you exactly what the squid nest looks like on the photometer. It's going to be like a yellowish fuzz on the bottom, if you will. It's going to be a yellowish fuzz laying right on the bottom. And when you light it up, the squid will come off that fuzz laying on the bottom and start to float underneath the lights, Tim. And if you go to our website, yoursaltwaterguide.com, you can check out the 580 plus videos on how to fish in Southern California. Our podcasts are all available over there, all our guests. If you go on our website or download our app, you'll see the Phil Freeman interview. Phil was on the show. That's on our app. Yeah, we have an app. Your Saltwater Guide has an app. You can download it on Google Play, or you can download it on the App Store on your iPhone, or any way you can get an app. You can get it.
Just go to your App Store, wherever your app
and you
are.
can
download it.
Your Saltwater Guide. You can see all the podcasts. You can see so much. The app has so much, and it's very, very easy to use. Ace, your phone's broken. Okay. Kelly girl, what is the rotation system on a sport boat? It seems that the regulars sneak on the stern. Not when I was running the boat. Oh my God, I was a horrible captain. I wouldn't let anybody get away with nothing, man. The rotation, I don't know if they do it anywhere else. In Dana Point, we do a rotation. If it's a half-day trip, we do it every 45 minutes. If it's a 3/4 day trip, we do it every hour and a half. And that allows everybody a chance to fish in the back part of the boat. We have 4 sets of numbers on the sport boats at Dana Point. Each set of numbers is a different color. And so Kelly girl gets on the boat. She's number 13. She's going to be number 13 on the rail all day. That's going to be her number. And then what we do is in 45 minutes, and we have a little watch up on the bridge, and we set the clock, and we say, okay, here we go. Everybody wind them up and rotate. Same number, next section around to your right. 15 spaces around to your right. Wind them up and rotate 15 spaces around to your right. That way everybody gets a chance to fish on the stern, because for some reason, where the chum's at, the bait tank, everything is just a much easier place to fish. So that's why we try to rotate you around and keep you going in the right way. Kelly girl. Captain Dave, this is Nelson. My wife and Kelly girl look like Heather Locklear. You better... look like Heather Locklear, but way better.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. Thanks.
Thank you.
Captain Dave and Kelly girl, do you find it harder now with all the shows and getting content for them? Marley throwing ping pong balls at us. I don't find it hard. I make so much content. I put out 28 brand new videos every single week. I have so much. I try to make sure that I shoot video of everything I do. Yeah. Like I was up throwing a stick for the dog in Lake Tahoe, and I put that hot air balloon video up, and it's got well over 1 million views already in 4 days. It's just crazy. I think pretty much we're at a point now where whatever Kelly and I do, people want to see it, man. We can put up anything now. We're getting thousands of views. It's crazy, gang. I don't understand it. I don't No, I think it's my mouth. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. What do you think, babe?
I think you're right.
I don't know. I think I'm like a NASCAR racer, just waiting to see the crash. And waiting. What
you mean people are waiting to see your
me crash? Right. They're like, what is he gonna? What's gonna come out of his mouth this time? What is he going to say?
They love that. A lot of people love your sarcasm. They really like that.
Yeah. Dave Burris says having Marley has to be hard on your relationship.
Do you want to answer that?
Yeah, it's gnarly. Kelly worries about. We have so many animals and so much stuff going on, and now we have 5 cats that have moved into our backyard.
Yeah.
And Kelly girl worries about everything. She worries about Marley so much. She worries about Dolly. She'll wake me up in the middle of the night worried about where the cats are, even though I know there's no way they can get out of the house. She's constantly worried about all the animals and what they're doing and how they're doing. So it's a constant battle. It's and it's tough.
It's tough. It's tough. And then I get frustrated because I think, oh, if Dave didn't have to have this monkey, I wouldn't be so dang attached to him. I'm in love with him and he's like a child. But
our buddy Justin told us that would happen.
So it's Justin's fault. Justin, thank you.
He said, you guys get that monkey. And I'm like, Kelly doesn't want him. She goes, she'll fall in love with him. And her whole world will revolve around Marley.
He is a handful too. So I got Dave and the monkey.
And Jeff Lopez says, it's not sarcasm. It's just Dave speaks his truth.
That's true.
We've been doing this for so long. We're at the point where I don't really care what the other booger eaters think. I don't care. Now that you don't charter, have you ever thought about designing your own lures, rigs, etc. to sell? Mike Lewis, I have that phenomenal website, and it keeps us super busy all the time. Your Saltwater Guide, the website, is super encompassing all. And I don't have time to manufacture lures and go through all that rigmarole and all that crap that goes into that whole thing. What?
Do you see that?
Yeah. Oh. They're all coming on. Everybody's coming on to talk to us.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
All right. So, gang, we're going to stop the questions. We're going to bring in a very, very good friend to Kelly Girls and I. He became a member of the website, I think, 3 years ago. And now he's one of our very good friends. We're going to bring Jack in right now. And Jack, welcome to the show.
Hi, Jack.
Hello, everyone. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Dave.
And Pablo will bring you in just a minute. But Jack, big news. Did you have fun yesterday?
More than fun. It was a great day yesterday. 3 years in the making. And was able to get my first couple of bluefins. So it was epic. We left at a Dana Point early morning. We followed the game plan. We went to the 277. There was a bunch of boats that, were fishing obviously on top of each other. And what I learned for fishing for bluefin is like fishing on boats with boats just doesn't work because people will push them down. We got, to the 277. We pretty much had the place all to ourselves. There were foamers everywhere. We threw a mackerel in one, instant hookup. I threw like a small kind of jig in there as well, instant hookup. I mean, we were doubled up. It was just epic.
That's really your boat right there, right?
That's my boat. Yeah, it was. It was a nice little skiff. So we definitely, put a good amount of fish on the boat, which is awesome.
So would you say that the website's helped you a little bit?
100%. I mean, just to share a little bit about myself, like I'm a filmmaker. I didn't really know much about fishing for bluefin, and I had a boat and I wanted to get into fishing about 3 years ago. And I'm like, here's this. I looked on YouTube. I couldn't really get information. I found this website, Your Saltwater Guide, Southern California Fishing. Like, isn't this great? Signed up, and I'd learned everything and watched the videos religiously, and talked to Dave, asked questions, and it works. If I can do it, you guys can do it. A monkey can do it.
Jack, I remember 3 years ago, you called me. Our first conversation, I answered the phone, right?
Yeah, you did.
Don't you think someone that owns a website and answers the phone, isn't that kind of unique?
No, it's amazing. It's like having like a friend, right? to be able to ask questions about, right? It's like, and you know, that's super invaluable. Like fishing is it's about knowledge, and having knowledge is power, and it allows you to catch fish faster and more efficiently. And like, you know, having that information was just gold. You know, maybe if I didn't have the website, I'd probably be sitting here 5-10 years from now, still with no fish, but now I have fish and I can kind of celebrate. So it's awesome.
Yay.
Yeah, look at
That's
this one
great.
more time. Look at this fish. Look at that smile. Do you think?
Yeah.
Look at that
Yeah.
smile, gang. Try to buy that smile.
You can. I mean, I don't really smile that often, but I definitely am smiling here. So
Now, you've had the opportunity to meet Sonny,
yeah,
one of my guides, and went out with him and kind of when you were out there on the water and you were looking at that thing on the 277, I like what you had to say about you saw the bait, you knew you were kind of in the zone, right?
exactly. I think like when I stuck to my guns, and from what I've been hearing, from what Justin said and other members have been saying, like the fish have been coming up in the afternoon. And, you know, I saw tons of bait at the 277, tons of temp breaks, chlorophyll breaks, right? And, you know, I marked some bait from like, I don't know, 0, maybe 10 feet to 100 feet, completely packed. Like I've never seen that much bait before. And there was nothing really happening at that moment around lunchtime, but I was like, I bet that by 2 p.m. or 1 p.m., there's going to be tuna that are going to, you know, scarf down this bait. There's no way they're going to leave this bait here without coming up. And it's exactly what happened. So I stuck to my instinct. So my advice is, you know, look for bait, look for birds, you know, and you're going to be in good shape.
And it's all because of all the knowledge you got from that silly website, right?
Yeah, no, it's everything. I mean, it's, you know, it sped up the process, and like I wanted to catch fish. I'm impatient. I don't want to go out there like 20 freaking times and fail 20 freaking. I want to go out there and like speed up the process and catch as quick as I can, right? And then keep catching. So,
well, I thank you so much for coming on here. I want you to stay with us. Don't
of course.
leave. Okay, we got Justin and Pablo standing by, and they both had phenomenal days yesterday. Justin, you stand by for a minute. I'm going to bring you in here. Pablo, welcome to the show, buddy. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey, good morning or good afternoon, whatever it is now.
Hi, Pablo.
You had a kind of a spectacular day yesterday, and you got to take out one of our regulars. You got to take out one of our regular members. He's been a member for 5 years. You would have thought, why would John hire a guide? But I'm going to show what happened. You tell the story real quick.
Okay, so yeah, John, as you mentioned, John hired me for some guide services through Your Saltwater Guide, and we, you know, hit it off right away, pretty much on the phone. We started talking, and I actually went down there on another day and just checked out his boat to make sure everything.
Whoops, he's gone. All right, we'll bring Pablo back in a minute. He was starting to tell us. Oh, there he is. You're back.
So anyway, connected with John, and he told me the only thing we want is a Dorado. Tina hasn't caught a Dorado, and that's all we want. And he's like, I just got to get my wife. She's, for some reason, the dodos have eluded her. Whether they're not chewing, they're spitting the hook at her, they're biting everybody else's line but hers, but she just has not been able to land one. So I said, okay. I said, well, I don't have, you know, a magic wand or anything. I said, but I'm going to go out on a limb today and I'm going to find you one. So I said, we're not coming back until we find one, pretty much. And I said, you guys, it's about Tina today. It's about her catching one. So we pushed out early, and we'll talk about where we went later. But yeah, we got out there in the zone, what I thought was the right zone. And we were blowing by guys surrounding bluefin and yellowfin and dolphins. And they're like, over there, over there. You know, we stopped at a few patties. I'm like, yeah, we're going to keep going. We kept going. And then I knew we were in the zone. A big clue was a boat that was somewhat close to us. We saw him pull one up on the troll. I'm like, okay, we're going to keep going. And then we went a little further. The water was perfect. That deep blue, warm, beautiful day. It was glassy. You could have barefoot water skied out there yesterday. And then we just started getting the double hookups, and we made sure Tina landed the first one. and she was so happy. She was kissing the fish actually, and you know, she was high-fiving, and she was super super stoked. And
Oh yeah.
and then I said, yeah, guys, I said, guess what? This is just the beginning. We're gonna leave all these boats behind us. We're gonna keep going same direction we're going, and we're gonna just start loading up on these guys. And I told them, we're gonna keep trolling once we keep getting double hookups, and once I start seeing them come to the boat, and we're gonna keep one on the troller for a second to kind of walk him around the boat and bring his friends along. Once I see a bunch of them, I'm gonna start scooping out bait. Everybody's gonna switch to fly lines, and we're gonna get as many as you want. So that's what we did. And basically the first good stop is where we just kind of just loaded up. We got 40 Dorado. Most of them, you know, kind of smaller side, and then we got a few good ones as well. But it was your typical Dorado fest where they're just everywhere. Everybody's slipping on fish. Looks like Tina found a comfortable cushion there on about the Dorado in the corner. And yeah, you know how it gets. And we just loaded it up, and then we drew a line home, and that was it.
Pablo, I would love for you to tell everybody where this happened at, but we're going to save that for the game plans, gang. If you're tired of sucking at fishing and you want to get involved in all this great fishing like Jack had and Pablo had, all you got to do is become a member of my website. We give you every single thing you need to be successful when you go out on the water. Look at that. Look at John and Tina. You think they're kind of happy there, Pablo?
Yeah, they were a little bit excited. They were super stoked, and with the guide stuff too, that you know that you want us to do, Dave. The whole mantra out there is just getting them stoked on fishing and showing them how to use their boats and their local fisheries and really understanding the whole big picture. They get it, man. They get it. I dialed in their boat, and even John was saying, I didn't know my boat could do that. And I was like doing everything from adjusting the throttle on the way so it would stay, you know, at a good speed or whatever it was. And we just kept just doing little tweaks as we're cruising. And I kept hearing him say that. I'm like, I don't know if I could do that. I didn't even know that we had that. And it's like, well, hey man, I didn't know that either at one time. And obviously somebody showed me. And then, you know, through experience, you just kind of, it doesn't matter what you're running or what you're on. You just figure out all the little idiosyncrasies and tune it in. So it works.
Thank you so much for that. And thanks for helping out our members all the time. Like I always say, Pablo, Justin, and Sonny, they got you guys covered. And I mean, everybody, these guys are available for all of you. But let's bring in the superstar of Your Saltwater Guide, the website, the membership. Justin Botrell, welcome to the show, buddy.
Justin, hey, how you doing, Kelly?
Hi.
Oh, hey, Dave. How are you?
I'm okay today. Justin had a phenomenal day yesterday, too. Now, think about this. Jack was out on his boat in a totally different area. Pablo was out with John and Tina on their boat in a totally different area. And then, Justin, you were out with who yesterday?
I was out with Corky.
On his boat out of Dana Point, right?
Yes.
In a totally different area.
In a totally different area. There is so much fish out there right now. It's unbelievable. We headed out and we found a lot of red tide, the thickest red tide I've ever seen. So we blew past the red tide, threw the trollers out, and hooked the marlin. It was really cool. Yeah, we lost it. It wasn't hooked all the way. So, but how exciting, huh, to have it jump out of the water and
neat.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
So then, I forgot to turn off my phone. Oops.
Yay.
Yeah, let me turn it off real quick. So
everybody wants to know where you were, and now they're calling you.
I know. Actually, it is someone right now. So we headed over to another area where we seen bluefin in the morning, and he asked me, "You think we could find them?" I said, "You're with me. Of course you can."
Good answer.
So I showed him how to do a certain thing that's on Your Saltwater Guide, and to track the bluefin on where they're going and how to find them. And literally we found them 2 miles in that direction. And it was pretty wide open. But it's so exciting. Let me tell you where the numbers are. So the numbers...
No. That's Your Saltwater Guide. You want that stuff, so you got to be a member. Stop it.
All right, sorry. It's just so exciting. There's so much bluefin in this area and no one's working it. It's amazing.
we didn't stop Jack in time, so everyone's going to the 277 tomorrow.
Oh, thank goodness! Go over there.
Yeah,
go to that area.
We're not telling you guys where Justin and Pablo were, but hey, you might. But look at. Let me see something. I think I got a picture. Is this what you did? Did you do that, Justin?
Oh yeah, on that spinning rod too, right behind them. That little spinning rod.
Oh
but
my
hey,
God!
we landed it.
We got ours on a spinning rod as well. It was quite something.
You left that part of the story out.
Yeah. No, it was, we got ours on a spinning rod. I won't say what we got it on, but you can take a logical guess. But yeah, it was my first bluefin on a spinning rod. It was, quite an experience.
How exciting, huh? How was that fight?
It was a pretty good, I think it was close to 140. So it was nice. It was going deep, and I've never experienced that kind of like pressure before. And it took us about 3 hours to get that up to the boat. So
And those of you that are listening on the podcast across Justin's fish, what did that go about? 150? Because they're not seeing the picture.
152 to 156, right around there.
And then Jack, the fish that have the picture of on your deck, that thing looks about 140, 150 pounds also. And then the one you have in the water next to the boat, that thing looks like it's 500 pounds. That's a phenomenal picture.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Jack makes videos for a living, so he's pretty good at that camera thing. That picture is spectacular. But the people that are driving around in their cars listening to the podcast, they don't get to see all this. But gang, what we're trying to do is let you understand that you do not have to go out there on the water and try to figure this thing out on your own. We've got people right here that are going with you on your boat to show you how. We got Jack that watched every video, paid attention to everything Justin and Pablo, myself, and Sonny have said day in and day out. And look at the proof's in the pudding, gang. Everybody's here sharing what they're doing. If you go over to our website, or you go on the app and you look at the community, Jack, since Pablo and Justin work for me, but are with me, whatever you want to say. You're a member. You don't have any financial interest in this thing. Do you think that community is a good thing?
100%. And I think, having Justin, thanks Justin too. I've been talking with Justin too, here and there, and kind of seeing where he's going, and also talking with Sonny. So also having the guides is huge too, having access to them, and they're out there every day. And it's there's other websites out there, but the knowledge isn't as, accessible and clear, and helpful. So I think, it's not easy to catch a bluefin. I know you guys make it look easy and you guys do it every day, but it took a lot of work. And I don't think I would have been able to do it without the website.
So gang, if you're sitting on the fence trying to figure out if your saltwater guide is worth it, if you don't understand all these testimonials, all these things we show you on a weekly basis, and all the cool things, you can go to our website right there and check it out. You can grab the QR code. You can go over there. Then next week we might have you on the show. You never know. But I can promise you this: if you're trying to figure this out on your own, it's going to take you forever. You're not going to get it figured out on your own. I'll give you a free look at the website. Pablo has his phone number on the website. Justin has his phone number on the website. Sonny has his phone number on the website. We don't require you to hire us to talk to us. Well, you have to be a member. But then as far as that goes, Pablo, Justin, Sonny, myself, we're going to share everything we got. Jack's telling you right now, he calls Justin all the time. He'd be calling Pablo, except that he doesn't go to San Diego. Pablo's in San Diego. Gang, we're here to help you to be better on your boat. There's no reason for you to suck at fishing unless you're totally into it. And then don't call us, because then you're not going to suck anymore. So
not only that, Dave, but just becoming part of the website. Once you get the game plans and the reports and everything, you get in contact with us on the water as well.
Mm-hmm.
Where can you do that? Name a website. I'll wait.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah, and then the owner's calling you up and talking to you when you sign up. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite phone calls, Pablo, is when I call the member when he just signs up, and then they're like, "It's you calling me," and that gets me right in my heart because I'm just an old fisherman. I'm nothing special, and then when they treat me like I'm special because I called them, it just makes my heart swell up, and I'm jazzed, and then I show Kelly on the website all the time. I go, look at, like last night, I go, look at what Jack caught. Look at what Jack caught. Kelly's all, no way. And I go, yeah, Jack caught this, hun. Look at this. And then I go, look at what John Stanley and Tina did with Pablo yesterday. We were looking, and I look at everybody's post and everybody's pictures, and it warms my heart that we're having all this success and all these cool things are happening to all these people that are just decided to sign up.
Yeah, and Justin Dave was dying to talk to you last night. He was so worried about you. He was like, I can't get a hold of Justin. Then finally you called and he felt better. But that was so cool.
Because you hooked that giant bluefin on that.
He was like, couldn't wait to talk to you.
I know my wife almost called Coast Guard on me too.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have a tracker on my phone and for some reason it went off. And she couldn't find me. So she's like, I almost called Coast Guard. I was like, don't do that.
That's
now
funny.
this is a question. Goes back to Jack, and I asked you this question many times because I care about my content and the videos I put out. Jack makes videos this is his job. That's all he does. And you tell everybody what you think of the videos I make.
I mean, I love them. I mean, they're amazing, and like I tell Dave all the time. It's like he, like, you know, the video and the content is great, and like, you know, it's just, yeah. I mean, they're great. There's nothing much to say about them other than like they produce results, right? And I think that's kind of what, you know, we're all kind of looking for when we go fishing. And I think it's also worth adding too that my girlfriend called me like 10 times. I was on this bluefin yesterday for 3 hours and I couldn't get service because this bluefin was down so freaking deep that I was like, I can't get this thing up, and I needed to call my girlfriend because she was like freaking out. She's like, where are you? And I'm like, I've been on this fish for freaking hours. So same boat.
Yeah, they don't have a sense of humor about not answering your phone.
No.
No. There's no reason why you should not answer your phone.
Even if you are hooked up to a
I'm
200-pound bluefin. I don't want to hear about it. Pablo, Justin, real quick, those that are sitting on the fence trying to figure out if it's worth it, Pablo, you start. Give everybody your information.
Okay, so Pablo Fernandez Charters. You can find me at fernandezcharters.com or at Fernandez Charters on Instagram. The phone number is 619-431-3070. That's 619-431-3070. Give me a call anytime. I'll either answer it or I'm out there out of service, but I'll get back to you as quick as I can. And I do have one dirty little secret, Cap, if I could share that real quick.
And not if you're giving away information.
Well, not real information.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. So I hate to do this. So I had to disprove a myth yesterday. Okay. You guys see this guy?
Oh boy.
Oh, I love bananas.
I had one on my boat too.
So this one was in my backpack yesterday, and I'm sorry, Stanley's, but I just wanted, I was hoping I didn't have to hide it from you, but and I forgot to show it to him because I had to run in yesterday to go to my dad's birthday, and I was way late for that out of contact, so I'm still in on now. But it was a great day. But anyway, guys, superstition is superstition. It comes from a real deal back in the day. But here's the thing, man. Just get out there and follow the plan, and it doesn't matter if you have a dozen bananas on your freaking boat.
All right, Justin, real quick, let everybody know. I know y'all got to get back to work.
All right, 951-703-9442. And my website and the charter I run is bowlinesportfishing.com. And also don't forget, next Tuesday in Norwalk at 6:30 at Turner's, I'll be doing the Promar seminar for hoop netting. So make sure you go there. It's a free seminar. Just come on and watch.
Absolutely.
go.
Don't miss the seminar. We'll talk about it again Monday. We'll talk about it Tuesday on the show, Justin. Maybe we'll bring you on the show on Tuesday when you get done. I know you're fishing all weekend.
Yeah.
Pablo's fishing. Everybody's fishing this weekend, gang. They'll come back around and let us know what's going on out on the water. Gang, don't miss the game plan this weekend. If you want to know where these guys were and what they were doing, it's all going to be available on the game plan at yoursaltwaterguide.com, gang. It's the only comprehensive information you can get for fishing out on the water in Southern California. And it's the only place you can actually talk to the owner of the website and the guides that work every day with the members. So, Jack, Pablo, Justin, Kelly Girl, thank you all for being on the show today. I think we did a great job. I think everybody had a nice time. And I will talk to all of you later on today. Thank you very much, Justin, Pablo, Jack. Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Bye, Marley.
Yeah. Gang, thank you all for listening to the show. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow, big day. We got the boys from Beach Bum Outdoors joining us on the show. We got Bearded Brad, we got Realtor Brant, and we got Beach Bum himself all joining us on the show tomorrow from live podcast from their studio in beautiful Alabama. They're going to be coming to us live. They do a phenomenal job surf fishing. We're going to have all kinds of great information. They all three have giant followings, social media followings. Check them out. Check out their store. And I will see you all tomorrow. Kelly Girl, thank you.
Oh, you're
Whoa,
right.
whoa.
Mike Lewis said shirts. Mike Lewis said shirts.
Mike Lewis, what does he want?
A shirt?
I
You
need
got a
to
shirt today?
Oh, shit, we got to give away the shirt.
Oh,
Uh-oh,
sure.
I guess. All the audience get free shit. Oh, my God. Kelly Girl, you got to pick a winner. Oh, my God. Thank you, Mike Lewis. My God. We almost screwed that one up.
Hello, Mike Lewis.
Let's see.
Oh, we got a question real quick. Robert wants to know, what is your favorite time of year down in Cabo? Well, it sure ain't now.
No, not now.
No, November.
November, just yeah.
November 13th, they throw a switch down here. The humidity goes away. It's spectacular. The temperature's in the 80s.
Around Thanksgiving time is the best.
Yeah.
Yes.
And quick,
So you pick.
who's going to win a shirt?
You pick. Come on, hurry.
Rob, you just won.
All right,
Rob,
Rob,
that asked the
congrats,
question
Rob.
about Dana Point and Oceanside Harbor. You won, not you, Mike Lewis. Okay, don't forget to leave the stars. Thank you so much for everybody
Thank
tuning in
you.
every day. And I love all of you.
Send us your mailing address and your T-shirt size, and we will get that out to you today.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye. See you
Bye.
tomorrow. Great show.
Bye.
Great time tomorrow. See you all tomorrow.